Good evening everyone and welcome to yet another Twister Tournament season stream. This time we are streaming day 4 of the Twister Professionals. There is only one round left. There are 3 teams competing for 4th place. So it's definitely going to be exciting. After today we will know who is through and for what position, but basically the top 3 is pretty much set. Today I am streaming for you R2K versus Karna. If Karna wins and FBI loses and Win loses, then Karna is through. If FBI wins, then FBI is through. If FBI loses, Karna wins and Win wins, then Win is through. It's gonna be very complicated, and there's even a chance that if FBI loses with a certain score, that they are still through. So anything can happen. This is a crate stream. That means that you can get a crate, not crates this time, because there's only one matchup. Wargaming decided to change the limit and we are limited to 1 crate tonight. That does mean that at least we will be very certain that you actually get it. I will stream for at least 45 minutes so that people can get the prizes that they want, which includes the avatar, which arrives after 45 minutes, I believe. And basically that is it. Please just be aware of the fact that there's only 1 crate and that Wargaming decided to do it. That is not that you're getting less crate if I end the stream early or whatever. It doesn't work like that. So let me take away the preview. This is currently my press account garage, but we will have a look at this is not the one that I wanted. This is the one that I wanted. The chart as is, Loka so far having won all games, Raid only having lost 1, and they are up against Loka tonight, so that's going to be exciting as well. And we have EG in a pretty solid 3rd position. And like I said, FBI, Win and Karna all wanting to move up to that 4th place. And after tonight we will know who is going to take that place. So basically now we just have to be patient for the room invite to be up. That will be in a few minutes. Before then I still have to activate the stream on YouTube. And that is basically it. There's a 5-minute delay on the stream. We are doing that mainly so that people can't see each other's lineup. It keeps it more fair. And it keeps it... if people see each other's lineup, they could predict where people will go. They could potentially see where people will go, etc. But with a 5-minute delay, that is the max amount of time people have to get ready, so that you're certain that they won't be able to see that lineup. Like I said, I'm just waiting for YouTube to catch up now so that I can launch the stream officially there as well, and then it will also go live on the portal. Yeah, not really much else to say regarding the EU stance right now. Basically everything is just completely different from, well, not completely. It is quite different from how I expected it to be, and to be fair, I quite like that. I like that it's unpredictable. I like that it's not standard, that it's not how... that it's exciting, that there's 3 people battling for 4th place, and that it's just not set. So that is something that I take away from this tournament, and I hope that everyone will quite enjoy that as well, because I like it when it's not predictable, because then it becomes kind of boring when it's predictable. And anything can and nothing can happen because all the stances are set. But we had an exciting situation in Asia where it seemed pretty set, but then one of the teams in the top 4 got disqualified, and it was eventually E7 that is now in the 4th place and able to go through to the finals. Then we have this situation in EU with 3 teams battling for the 4th place, and I've understood that there's also something of a similar situation happening on the NA server. I will be streaming that tonight as well, and that will also be a crate stream. I'm quite excited for that too. I still need to figure out what needs to happen, where exactly there, for what results to go, so I have to look into that. But overall it's gonna be awesome. In the meantime, I'm activated the stream on YouTube, so that should be up momentarily. Here we go. Holy heck, I already see that there's 1100 people watching. That is a new record for me. And that is absolutely awesome. I quite love that. It's dropping a bit now. That's mainly because the portal always gives an error when you just start. And I'm just refreshing the page and then people will come back, hopefully. Like I said, we are waiting for the room invite that should be up momentarily in about 20 seconds or so. I would expect it. Oh, there he is. Actually, perfect timing. Like I said, Karna versus R2K. It's definitely going to be interesting, and I'm really hoping that we will have a matchup of the year, basically. But I have no reason to think that we won't have that. So we just have to wait 4.5 minutes before we see the first matchup. We are going to Dynasty's Pearl, so let me take you to that map. It is not one of my favorite maps, but it is the panda map. It looks like a panda. And you have base A, that is considered heavy base. Base C considered the map base. Base B basically considered the super heavy or the super TD base, because we generally always see mice and E3s and tanks like that around it. It will be... well, it's always interesting to see what they do, to be fair, because with a team you can go any place you want, regardless of what kind of tanks you pick, because you have a team to build on. But because this map is so small, it is much more dependent on certain positions than other maps might be. And if you are caught out in the wrong position at the wrong time, or if you push too early or too late, it can make all the difference. Because if the other team has positioned themselves quite nicely in a way that they can just properly support each other, it will make it very difficult for any team to make a push or make that move. And the bases are relatively easy to dominate together. That's also making it very tricky. But if you get those bases, it will be relatively difficult for the enemy to steal them from you. So that is it for the first map of this best of 7. I'll take it away so that it's not on your screen. I kind of derped with that yesterday, so let's not do that today. And with just over 3 minutes left to go, both teams have completely rated up. And we see Karna has rated up in 2 215Bs, a Mouse, a T22 medium, a Yege and 2 113s. And they're going to go up against a Mouse, a T22, 2 Object 140s, 2 215Bs and a 268. So both teams taking relatively similar lineup in the ways of speed and everything. I think the Object 140s and the 113s, the DPM, but the lack of armor, etc. T22s, of course, new meta. I like seeing a Yege. It's sort of like a Mouse on steroids in a way, but it doesn't have a turret. So, yeah, like I say, I'm very curious to see what happens, because a lot of depending on this, especially for Karna. R2K is sort of more like redemption. They have no chance of getting into finals anymore, but a lot of Karna is ex-R2K, and that will make it an interesting matchup to begin with. We have seen some very close games between the two, and I'm eager to see these games as well. So we just have under 2 minutes now left to go. I'm basically just talking and talking to bridge the time, but there's not really much to talk about. I've basically said all the vital things that I needed to say already. I've already shown you the map. We've already talked about the lineup. I very much wonder what will happen to the new meta tanks after this this Twister Cup, actually. Because the 215B, I believe, is too strong now. You have the Force, of course, that's completely overpowered. The T22, a very strong tank, which technically isn't deemed as OP, but in the right hands I feel that it is. And of course you have the reload bug in the spaghetti and everything. So I'm very much wondering what will happen now. And I have a feeling that it will be the 215B that gets a legendary camo from this Twister Cup, because it's so overused. It's pretty much in every lineup, and it's in every lineup generally multiple times. So yeah, I would expect that to get a nice looking legendary camouflage. I do hope that it's a fun camo. I personally not a fan of the mouse camouflage, especially because it's the wrong helmet for Legionnaire. And also the Raider camo, it's nice, but it's not I love the Troublemaker one more. So if this is a very fine legendary camouflage, it will be the first legendary camouflage from a Twister Cup that I would get. But we'll see. We still have 10 seconds. Here we go for the countdown clock to the first match of this best of 7. where Karna gets to see whether or not they go through the top 4, and RTK can sort of redeem themselves a little. In the meantime, I'm having Swat ask about it matchup. I'm quickly messaging that so that he knows. But here we go. Lots of different colors. I love that camouflage in the 113. It looks so nice. The legendary one. So let's see what they do. We have RTK focusing primarily or pretty much all on the A side, whereas Karna is going to go towards C. They will probably have a Jaeger and a mouse more towards the middle. RTK pushing in quite aggressively, getting that early cap advantage. And then it will be up to the Jaeger and potentially the mouse, who's taking another route, to see if they can decap it. But RTK will have a slight point advantage. And Gassio in the mouse is going to hold and probably prevent base B from being capped. We have no party without me, heading up the stairs a little bit, spotting Edgar. Black Star holding in the spawn. People have been spotted, but RTK has the point advantage of about half a tank. So if Karna were to destroy one of RTK's tanks and no one else dies, and no other bases are captured, then they would have the game. Big hit into Edgar there. That's the downside, but he shoots back. HE will do that much damage. And now we have the 215Bs holding, moving back a little bit, wanting that shot in, but they have to be careful not to lose HP in return. Karna regrouping back near their spawn. Not in there, but near there. Stopey keeping an eye out. Kass is still spotted, but Stopey has now also been spotted. We have Blue Steel moving back around their spawn. Big bounce on the mouse there. Love the trace lines. And now we have base B being captured. And you see that the 113s are positioned around there to basically shoot anyone that tries to decap it. And RTK is not trying. They're not going to be able to decap it in time. But they are making a move. We have RTK rushing through base C. Probably hoping to catch some people unawares. We have the heavies moving in towards base B. But they're not really... They're murdering the Jaeger now. But the Jaeger shoots back. And it hurts. But it's sort of like they're not committing. And that has allowed their mets to now be in trouble. We have Object 3 now taking some damage. Base B is being capped. But the mets at the back is 3 versus 3. And... basically everyone else is arriving. Base B is still being capped. RTK losing a lot of HP. Karna as well. Object 3 now steadily being murdered by the 2 FVs. Weiser just lost a ton of health as the Jaeger joins the fight. There goes General. Stopey is almost gone. And basically most tanks are not looking too healthy. Weiser is gone. There goes Stopey. DF is now next on the list. Object 3 is still alive but barely. And there goes DF. And there goes Object 3 and there goes Playmaker. It is 4 versus 4, but HP wise, it's negligible. Both teams are just losing tanks left and right. And now they have one Dakudas that is in a relatively juicy tank. We have no party without me that is moving to get the Edgar. There goes Gassio. And basically Wunderkind is being hugged. Edgar has almost reloaded. He's going to take a massive hit there. And now he's rammable. And Wunderkind is almost gone. Sandwich as he is, he really can't do much but a little bit of damage. No party without me might still take out a tank. And he is capping base B, but it's not going to be enough. He survives that shot some magical way. And he is trying to cap the base, but he can't really do much against these two. And against the points. Because Karna is already at 980 points. The first match is definitely Karna's, and especially now that they do take him out. And Dakudas actually shoots the sky in salute. Then goes to hug the corpse of Edgar. And that is the first match over. That is a very interesting match. Look at the XP that Karna got. Even though it is tournament battles. 3 above 1k, 2 above 1100. That is quite high. And I think that the Edgar not being murdered sooner and allowing him to take hits from base B into the meds at the back, the heavies of RTK not really committing to the push, is what cost RTK the game. So with that, we are going to get ready for the second match of this best of 7. Karna has already completely readied up, taking 3 Foshes. That is definitely going to be hell. And they're with... Oh, okay, now one of them is changed. We have 2 215Bs, a Mouse, a potential Batchat, but we don't know. 2 Foshes and a 113. And they're going to go up. It's actually 2 113s now. The Batchat has been taken out again. And RTK is still getting ready, deciding on what they want. And they still have about 45 seconds to actually get ready for this, so that's still plenty of time. Meanwhile, if you want a crate, you have to watch through the portal, not YouTube. There is only 1 crate to be had though today. That is Wargaming's doing, they limited it. And now RTK has readied up with a Mouse, 3 Foshes, 2 215Bs and a 140. So that is definitely going to bring the pain. But oh my, that is also a giant risk to take. So I'm very curious to see how that will go. Because they will have to make every shot count. And to not be at a giant disadvantage. And now we've entered the countdown clock. We are ready to go into the battle. And here we go. Let's see what they do with these lovely lineups. With this spam of Foshes. Foshes, of course, completely overpowered. Also, I'd like to take this moment to point out that like RTK is sort of like of one mind with their avatars at least. And I quite like that. So let's see what they do in this second battle of this best of 7. Where so much is depending on it. We have RTK going all towards the base A side. Karna doing the same thing except for the Mouse. The Mouse is probably going to overlook base B. The FV's moving quite quickly. The Foshes around the back. The 140s in the middle. Playmaker has been spotted. But the rest has not been. I think Wise accidentally activated the wrong consumable there. Because he's not taking shots yet. He probably just needed to speed 1. Playmaker now potentially in trouble. Not exactly getting rushed, but sort of stuck. And it might be that that is exactly what RTK is waiting for. But, oof, Wunderkind just lost a ton of HP. Playmaker has to get the heck out of there if he wants to survive. We see Wise getting set on fire. We see the Mouse and Stopey moving in. We see Playmaker almost completely gone. This is pretty much a setup for a rush that did not exactly go as planned. Object 3 taking less damage with his consumable. Kasu now almost gone. There goes Wise. There goes Kasu. And RTK has already lost so many tanks. This is not going to go well for them. No party without me on a drum reload. Wunderkind almost gone. He's not going to survive another shot, but he might still get a shot in. That he does. But there he goes. And now it is 3 versus 6. 3 versus 5, but there's pretty healthy tanks on Karna's side, and this is definitely going to be Karna's match. There is no chance for RTK to bring this home now. Not with this amount of tanks left. Even though one of them is a Mouse. Even though one of them has new consumables. This is not going to work, and they're sandwiching Stopey so that he can't move. Even though he uses a speed boost to push against Edgar. Gessio is still getting some shots in. But overall, they might kill General, but I don't think he will. Gessio almost gone. Complete sandwich. And there he goes. And then they let him go. And that is the second match for Karna. So again, if you want crates and stuff, watch through the portal. I'll just post a link real quick. For 1 crate, watch through this. So we are going to go to the second map now, and that is Faust. Faust is pretty much my favorite map in this game, mainly because it's so unpredictable, and I absolutely love that. You have tunnels, you have bridges, you have 4 bases rather than 3. The bases are situated in a way that you can't really control them from one side, except for that you can get actually shots into the home bases, base C and D, and I absolutely love that. This map is just a lot of fun, and I'm very much looking forward to seeing these matches. It's 2-0 for Karna right now, so they have a pretty good advantage. It will be the team that reaches 4 victories first that gets the point. And like I said, everything is depending on this, because Karna has to win in order to have a chance to go through. And for them to go through, actually FBI has to lose. I have no idea how that matchup is going to go. We are going to have to wait and see. I've taken the map off so that it's not blocking your screen. I just keep checking that because I noobed with that yesterday. And we have Karna now completely ready with 2 215Bs, an E5, a Batchat, a 113, a Foch, and an STB versus an STB, 2 Object 140s, a T22 medium, an E50M, and 2 Foches. So that is again a very interesting lineup. I love the Foches being used so much. I like the E5 getting a chance. Overall, I think after this twister, quite a few things will be changed. I hope the new consumables will be deleted altogether, and then we will have a more normal meta next time around, I think. Because now, with the tanks have sort of been buffed or overbuffed in the Foch's case, it kind of sort of like sets the meta, and it's not a meta that I'm just a fan of, to be fair. And because it makes it predictable. At this stage, I remember that before the Twister Cup, I was talking to Blue Steel, and he basically said that for tactics, you mainly just have to throw in some FVs, some Foches, and a T22 medium, and you're done. Regardless of what map you're on, and that's something that we've just basically seen. Now we have R2K pushing aggressively through the middle, not even pausing to wait. The Foches at the back, they are going straight for base D rather than base C. And it looks like that they're getting away with it too, because Karna is all situated around base A. And base A is now being kept, but no one kept base C. We have the Foches that are taking positions to basically get back into their spawn and have a look-see there. R2K having kept base D now, also taking positions back. The Ekar crossing over there. No harm done because no one is spotted at this stage. And R2K has a slight point advantage. But now we have the Object 140s together with the... No, not together with the STB that are going to get base C. But Zerd in the STB is going to have a look-see where people are. We have the 215Bs. And now Karna is starting to come back towards their spawn. And we see General taking a hit. We see General taking another hit. General definitely the preferred target at this stage. And Kasu takes a bit of damage back. Wunderkind takes a bit more damage. Takes a lot more damage. And now they have to be careful. R2K capping base B. It is very much a cap strategy. But if they get away with... Ooh, Kasu taking a massive hit as well. If R2K gets away with having the bases and keeping them, anything can happen. Basically, the 140s are now free to do whatever. We have General losing a little bit more HP. Stopey taking his first hit. The F in the Foch getting hit. Then pulling back because you don't want to face off against the Foch. Shots being fired, but in this stage no damage has been done. Nice little bounces, you see the traces at times. Bit of HE damage I believe being done, because that is not a full pen. Overall this means a lot of sort of wasted shots. Wise is taking a little bit of damage. Dakuda's in a very troll position at the back, able to get some shots in from there. We have Blue Steel in the Batchat. Now getting some shots into Wise, even though he takes one back. Black Steel moving in the E5. Wise being taken down in HP quite quickly. DF moving in. Zerd now in the line of the Foch. Taking a big hit there. And now Blackstar has lost a ton of HP, so has R2K. We see Kasu and Wunderkind moving in at the back. I'm trying to show you all so that you can at least see what is happening. Wise losing HP. Blackstar almost gone. And there both of them go. Ooh, Edgar just got massively deleted there. There was no other way to describe it, but RTK has lost more guns. And it will be very tricky for RTK to get this, because now he's 3 versus 5, and even though they have the bases, they don't have the HP for it. And we have Kasu that is almost reloaded. Actually, no, he's getting taken out before he can. General being taken out. We have Object 3 now. It is 2 versus 4. Karna is taking their bases back. And they're not going to be able to do much about this. He's taking a hit. The STB might still take a hit, but still, this is definitely going to be Karna's game as well. Very nice gameplay by RTK in the beginning with the bases. I love domination like that, but it did not work out because that meant they were too spread out, and that actually the troll move into base B by Blackstar is what won Karna their game. Amazing game, fast game. It looks like, oh, it's actually 4 minutes, so that's 2 minutes longer than most matches we saw yesterday. And now the pressure is definitely on RTK. They will have to win the next 4 matches in order to take the point home, whereas Karna only has to win 1 more. So it will be very interesting to see what they're going to do, if they're going to be able to make it. And after that, we have to wait for the other scores, because anything can happen. Basically, we have 3 matches with 4 minutes of mating time in 12 minutes in total game time. So that is pretty fast. I don't know if the other matchups are going to be quite as fast. So I will be showing you some replays in the meantime. And I will be joined by Rolling Swarm after we are both done with the games itself. And he will join me and we will talk about the tournament a little bit, and maybe to a little bit, depends on how much time we have to go. So with that in mind, we are less than 1 minute away from the 4th match of this matchup, and we have RTK ready in 2 215Bs, an E50M, 2 IS7s, and an Object 140 and a 121. And we have Karna ready in 2 215Bs, an E5 a Batchat, and 113 a Foshen STB. So it will be fun to see if we see similar movements happening. I don't think so, because RTK has taken a very less mobile lineup now. And we just have to wait. In the meantime, I understood that EG versus FBI is 1 versus 1. That can happen, of course, we don't know. But yeah, no spoilers, please. Because that is very rude for a lot of people. So let's see what they do in this possibly deciding battle. Like I said, the pressure is definitely on RTK to do something, anything, and win 4 matches to take the point home. But that will be a tough challenge when Karna is in this shape. So let's see. We have Karna heading towards base A again, with Blue still in the Batchat, heading a bit towards the middle, probably to see if there's going to be another push like that. But he doesn't spot anyone, and we have RTK completely focusing on the A side as well. This is going to be a very early brawl game, I have a feeling. We have Weiser that has been spotted by Dakudas, E50M and Gasio in Kasu. Zerd now having been spotted. Stoby losing a little bit of HP, so does Zerd. But he shoots right back. But he gets pushed a little bit, and at that point Edgar just starts to reload his ult clip, which is probably a good thing, because then he will have 2 shots regardless when stuff happens. Wunderkind now moving in, Zerd being basically shot to hell. A lot is happening right now. We have 2 fronts, but Zerd is not looking too happy. HP is being lost all around. RTK again losing HP quite quickly. So many one-shots, but people are still left alive somehow. Zerd is still left, guys, but now Weiser and Stopey and Object 3 are all gone. Edgar is almost gone. There goes Wunderkind, there goes Edgar. And it is now 5 versus 3 again. Karna having way more HP and guns. No party without me is almost gone. I'm going to try and take you in. I can't actually go in there, it doesn't show. But we have Gasio now gone, almost gone. Kasu's still alive, but barely. Gassio is not going to survive another reload from the blue steel. Katsu is gone. Now Gassio with 50 HP is the last one there. And there he goes. And that is the end of it. And Karna takes home the point. That a very, very vital point for the potential to get into the top 4. I'm just messaging Brian now. So that he knows that the actual games are over. And let's have a look, see if we have any idea yet what the others are doing. Probably not, so I'm probably going to have to show you a replay, because I would be very surprised if the other matches will be over already. So let's have a quick look. Like I said, Wargaming basically restricted the crate thing because they said that there's only one matchup tonight, so they limited the crates from 3 to 1. Which is a shame, because I would have loved to give you more free stuff, but yeah, it is what it is. Let's see if we know something from Win. Win took it home. Oh my god, they took it home. 4-0 versus Narvin. So that means that even if FBI were to lose against EG, Karna is out. Karna has no chance, because Win is taking that much. So it will be now between Win and FBI. In the meantime, Zerd is arriving in the chat. Trolling a little bit. But yeah, Karna is definitely out with that, and it will be up between Win and FBI to see who makes it into the top 4, because right now they both have 3 points, even though this is not updated. So let's show you a replay and have a look. And I'll give you a nice little replay if my map actually loads, not the map, the whatchamacallit folder. In Dutch that would be a map, so that's why I'm, yeah. Not much in the way of time. Let's see what I have. I have several Yege replays. So let's actually do that and just keep our fingers crossed that is not a camping replay. So let's see what happens. It is definitely a good map. This is one of my favorite maps as well. RTK arriving in the chat now. Thing is though, I am sad that they didn't make it through. I really I've streamed RTK for so long now, and I always did that with a reason. And the reason was that they always had such beautiful form, and they always had such a good just the elegance of it, and the way that they always seemed to push at exactly the right time in exactly the right place and all of that. And this time around RTK just didn't get their shape, basically. They didn't get their flow. And I think that has to do with the members having been changed so much, and them just not having the opportunity to become a team more. And that is what I think cost them. So now we have a Yege that has now been spotted, but no target in sight that he can actually shoot. Aside from the bounce that he can take from either the waffle or the grill, I would think the grill. So let's see what happens. He's now capping the base in a secure way, even though he does get spotted for it, but it's okay because they will need the base and it will give them a slight advantage, which they will definitely need because they lost tanks already. Now he has to be careful. Waffle at the back. The E75 was reloading, just so you know. We have a very juicy Waffle there, and he misses that shot. And that can prove to be very valuable. In this case, he didn't really have to fix it. He could have kept his his fix-it kit. Now we know where the grill is. We know where the waffle is. And the Jaeger is basically waiting. He can't really do much. He's not landed a single shot yet, but he's bounced over 2k damage. So the question is, will they be able to take it home? We have the E4. Ooh, that was a big hit. Pre-aimed. Standing absolutely still and then just firing. Lovely shot. The grill now having been spotted. Ooh, another big one. That is what I love about the Jaeger. It packs such a wallop when it hits. And the sound of the gun, of course. In the meantime, I think that No Party Without Me is having a bit of an existential crisis with telling people to look at him and calling himself names. And our Jaeger really wants that grill, but we don't know exactly where he is right now. And the E4 is just standing there, not doing much. So our Jaeger is moving in. He could have potentially shot that IS-7. And he's going to try and shoot the STI, I believe. Nice big hit there. 3k damage in with just about 3 shots. 3 actual hitting shots, that is. And the grill just gets taken out. And that just leaves 3 people. They're all in the middle. And that makes it a lot easier for the Jaeger to be aggressive. He just has to be careful with taking the shots. Ooh, and that did not pan. But we are 3k in. He's the only one that took the base. And that can definitely work in their advantage. Again, guys, please don't spoiler. This is because he just zoomed out before he shot and he was moving. That is why he bounced that shot on the IS-7. He could have HE'd him, yeah. There you go, a little heat goes a long way. We have 3.6k damage in. Overall, not a bad match, but it could be a lot better. And we have the spaghetti that is running away. But the only target with a lot of HP... Oh, okay, not anymore. That had some HP left. Brian is actually streaming the EG games, by the way, just so you know. And that will be definitely something I will watch back later on. And he is patiently waiting to see if the spaghetti moves back. In the meantime, they have the bases. They have the point advantage. They don't need to take a chance. And the E4 not looking too healthy. There you go, casually taking out. And now it is 1 versus 1, but we are 900 points in. And with just 1 shell, it will be the end. But the spaghetti actually bounces. And now he has to be careful. They have the points, they don't need to take any chance. And our Jaeger is just side scraping. I think the spaghetti is hoping to get around or to at least stay alive. But he really doesn't need to, and now he's just going to pre-aim where he believes the spaghetti might peek out from. But unless the spaghetti ammo racks him. And he actually makes the shot. That is actually a lovely ending. Very weird game, really. With a 800 supremacy points, that is basically what got him the ace here. And it's a double ace, which is something I really like. The FT having quite a good game. The spaghetti not even a first class, but doing quite epically and getting 1387 base XP. Lovely game this. In the meantime, I am getting tagged places. I can't really check that right now. The only chat I'm actually watching for is Brian's. And Basically, let's see if we have a score yet, if we have a top 4 yet. What has EG done? They are still going at it. Win, we know, actually, just waiting for it to go back because it's stuck loading. Basically, that is the game that we are waiting for. And of course, Loka versus Raid. Ooh, Raid took that home. So it's 6-6 for Loka and Raid both. So that is actually quite cool. And we are waiting for EG versus FBI. And that's going to go into the... Well, it wouldn't be tiebreaker yet, I think. But it could potentially be. Definitely going to be interesting matches. And we will hear about that from Brian when he joins us. I will stop the music when he joins us. Because I actually don't know if that will go all that well. And I basically just want to make sure that you hear him. So I'm just going to show you another replay while we wait for that to happen. Let's see what else I have for you. I have lots of aces in the new line. That is something that, though I would love to show it to you at the same time, I kind of don't, because there are so many of them and I've already shown them so much in previous streams. So I'm going to show you this one. The Blaze, pretty underappreciated tank by me as well. I have it on my main account. I have not played it on my main account. I've only tested it when I got on the press account when the tank first came out for the Chinese New Year. It does look nice, let's say. I don't like the coloring. It's not really... I don't like brown as much as the color. But I do like the dragon. It is a cheeky little thing. It can perform quite nicely, but it has no armor. And I think that's one of the reasons why me and the tank didn't really get along and why I haven't touched it on my main. For the crate thing, yes, you could get only one this stream. And you could only get it like once I've streamed half an hour, which I have, so that is fine. There you go, nice little shot, but he takes one back. With the Streetwagen wanting to get a shot in as well. His team being quite aggressive. But yes, for the crates, watch through the portal. That is sort of like you have to do that if you want to have anything. And you have to be of the server that the stream is for. So in this case, that's the EU. I will have a similar one for the NA tonight. So let's see. Basically, so far, not a too excited game yet. And he basically seemed to wait until it was a one-shot before moving in. We are 1k damage in. Steve is trying to run away. Now also a potential one-shot. Which he is. And it is 5 versus 4. And let's see what happens. We have the Black Prince calling for help. Black Prince is one of the most overpowered tanks in the game at the moment. With the armor and the reload that it has. The 43 actually getting a little stuck there. And now he is waiting for a shot of a crossing over tank. And he does get that. It's 4 versus 4, could go every which way. You will only get the crate once the stream has ended, just so you know. So that is something that you will just have to be patient for. He does take a shot, but he has a nice building to hide behind. And the AMX is a one-shot, so as long as he reloads in time, he should have this. He will take another shot for it, but there you go. 4 kills into it. KV3 now moving in. And that's potentially a lot more dangerous. And he does take a big hit for that. This is something that you don't want to do. You don't want to ram a KV3 when you have barely any health left and you're a very light tank yourself, weight-wise. Tiger not shooting the one-shot. That is a very lucky Blaze. And he misses that. Ooh, and the tiger shoots the corpse. The beast now in trouble. And he's pre-aiming at where he thinks the tiger will peek out, wanting to use the building as cover. His camera just activated. And if he had waited just a second longer, he would have had that shot. The beast now moving in, getting a shot in. Tiger immediately responding, showing his back to our blaze, who now has 5 kills and 3.8 damage. And he gets it. 6 kills, 3.9k damage. That's not too bad in a tier 7 for sure. $1,301 base XP. 230 supremacy points based on kills. Nice little game. So let's see, do we have a score yet? What has happened between FBI and EG? Points have not been totaled yet. It's still going on. Who did Raid lose to is the question. Let's have a look. They lost to EG, the first game of the round robins. Rewards will be given after the stream has ended. Just so you know. So since we are still waiting, I'm going to show you another replay. I am waiting for Rolling Storm to get back to me. So that we can see. I actually have another replay in the Yege by a totally different player. So let's have a look at that as well. Hamish the Ham. I always get surprised by the creativity of people's names. But we are following Rollerman. No, but you will tonight when I stream NA. So let's have a look-see. As for Jonah, you can't quite pin my accent. I am Dutch. Just to answer your question. No, basically unasked question probably, but yeah. But tonight there will be a stream on the NA portal and I will have the crates for that as well. And it will go similar to this one, where basically... Ooh, that is a cheeky hit. Nice shot by the object. And he gets some back. Leo seems to be going completely YOLO. He is being eaten alive. There's some heavy tanks in the middle though. Rollerman in a very good position if he can use this to side scrape. But he seems to be... He wants to troll the E100 into shooting him. But the E100 isn't falling for it. And he's shooting the juicy T57 Heavy. Trying to hide behind the AG. That is a nice big hit though. And there goes the T57 Heavy. Which is going to make side scraping for Rollerman a bit harder. At the same time he could potentially use the corpse. But that will also expose his cheeks, so he has to be careful with that. We have a juicy Batchat in the middle. The E100 getting a shot in the rear by our Jaeger's 2-mate. Nice giant big hit into the Batchat there. And those are the snapshots that are just really good fun. Hamish getting some nice crossfire there. And even though he takes a hit from the other E100, he kills one of them off. Stream didn't stop, did it? No, it didn't. On the portal did it? That's weird. Oof, nice ammo rack. Still going. Nice big hit there. Let me just refresh the portal. Let's see if it works then. Yeah, no, it works. Refresh, it still works fine. Things like this stress me out. So we have a Yage versus an E100, DS, and a very low HP Batchat. And he wants to take out the E100 first. He is side scraping, but he has to be careful. He can get that shot, which he does. And there goes the E100. Batchat's still alive. I spoke too soon. Batchat was alive until just a moment ago. And now we have a DS. No idea what's being said there. Hamish actually going to save the HP, but the Leo beats him to it. He should have just gotten it. That's so weird though. So on the portal is not working right anymore. That's weird. OBS is uploading fine. Let's have a look at YouTube. YouTube's showing no problems either. No issues. So I'm not sure what's going on there. But yeah, look at this. Both Hamish and Rollerman having exactly the same amount of XP. I quite like that. First class for Hamish. Ace for Rollerman. That's just weird. I have no idea what's going on with the stream then. Let's take a moment to analyze because OBS is fine. That is really weird. I can't restart the stream. Neither YouTube or OBS are showing any issues. No idea what's going on. And I can't restart. Let's refresh that again. Let's have a look. Can't determine where the issue is. That's the problem. Basically, it keeps getting stuck after the same bit. Really weird. YouTube says the health is good. It says that it is live. So I have no idea what's going on. Connecting, please wait, it says. On the portal, that is. Yeah, I see it on... Thing is that I actually have my iPad playing the portal so that I can get the crate myself. It keeps saying connecting there. Just weird. Let's have a look. YouTube still showing no issues. But I see the same thing on the portal as you do.
Create a better tomorrow tonight with Absolute Vodka.
My internet is fine. My OBS is fine. I see no issues on this side, but I see the same problem. I'm just talking as I type, really, on the portal. This is so weird, though. I'm just going to ask Rolling real quickly if his stream No Reese, was your stream healthy? Portal is stuck. YouTube is stuck. My internet is fine. OBS is fine. No idea what's going on. YouTube shows no issues. I have no idea what's going on. One weird thing is, though, that the timer on YouTube is going up very, very slowly. On YouTube is going up very slowly. I think it's a YouTube issue. My internet is fine. I tested the speed. There's no issue there. My OBS is uploading fine. YouTube is not accepting it. One crate. Oh, sorry. One crate is Ouija's decision. But I'll end the stream now. Then. Meh. No idea what was going on there. No idea why it keeps showing the same thing. So weird. Oh well. For those that might be getting it later, thank you all for watching. Thank you all for your patience. I'm ending the stream now. I'll be back tonight for the NA server. And I'll hopefully see you then.